Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. I am the Kilted Cajun. I'd like to take a few moments to talk about some live-action adaptations, specifically One Piece, and maybe a couple of more abominations. But I just got finished watching the first 4 episodes of Netflix's live-action One Piece, and yeah, I'm not going to get into too many spoilers, but hey, let's have a discussion. This was actually fantastic. Why did my voice go up like that? I don't know. This is definitely the way a live-action adaptation should be done. It gives you a little bit of the story. It's faithful to the anime, at least what I've seen so far. There are definitely some changes. And, well, I think the main thing that this live-action has gotten me to do, it has piqued my interest in the anime and manga. I have every intention of starting, the long... oh so long journey that is the manga and the anime. It has done its job. It has, I guess, well, depending on your opinion, but the number one thing I've heard is that it showed respect to the source material. It did its best to stay true while being adapted to live action. But I will definitely have to watch more of the anime and, of course, the rest of the live action to give my final verdict on it. But so far, based on what I've watched so far, and based on what I've heard from the majority of fans, is that, yes, this live action adaptation is doing it justice, as compared to this absolute dumpster fire of an atrocity. I forced myself to watch the first episode of Cowboy Bebop's live action, and, well... Faye Valentine's actress did not help. Did more harm than good, for sure. As far as, you know, her tirades on Twitter and Instagram and whatever, you know, doing the tried and true script of insulting any and all criticism about her character and the look of the character and how that's not Faye Valentine. I'm sorry. And of course, say what you want about Jet Black. I think the actor did a fantastic job, at least in the first episode that I saw. I couldn't get past the first episode of the live-action Cowboy Bebop, but I did hear what they did to a few of the characters, and it was an absolute embarrassment. It steered so far away from the source material that it just wasn't... I wouldn't classify it as the Cowboy Bebop that we all know and love. The wonderful, fantastic, one of the greatest anime. It is definitely my #1 anime, period. Cowboy Bebop anime is top of my list. Everyone has their own. But the other thing I wanted to talk about is the difference in talking about the characters, showing a little bit about their backstory, getting people actually interested and caring about these characters, as compared to this other atrocity that, while Ahsoka is a continuation of Rebels and Clone Wars, more so than an actual adaptation, a live-action adaptation, it is still a live-action adaptation. Whereas One Piece gives you information. It gives you a little bit here and there as the story goes along to get you interested in the source material. Ahsoka completely and totally fails in any and all aspects of that. The first 3 episodes were poorly paced, did not give, well, barely gave any sort of backstory, gave the casual Star Wars fan and the normie who's just looking to say, I want some Star Wars entertainment. The poor pacing, the piss poor choreography, the writing had me just I had zero interest in these characters. I don't have no interest in going back and looking at the source material to see who is Ahsoka, who is Sabine, who are these characters. The only character I'm even remotely interested in is Baylan Skoll. That is the most interesting character in this show. That is the character that I want to know more about because of his presence on screen, his delivery of the dialogue, his far better lightsaber choreography in the fight scenes. He's the most interesting character on the screen. none of the actors or actresses, none of the other writers, none of the writing got me interested to see where these characters came from. Whereas One Piece, I've already committed. I'm getting my hands on the anime. Yes, I know it's going to take me. I'm going to try to get through them all before I pass on to the next life. But I'm going to get my hands on the anime. I'm going to get my hands on the manga. This live action did its job. It's entertaining. It's fun. It's a bit bizarre, and it's not going to be for everyone. But at the same time, the anime is definitely not going to be for everyone. The style, the story, Luffy, and the fantastical characters are not going to be for everyone. But I am more than willing, as well as so many other people, are more than willing to give it a shot because of the fantastic job that this live-action adaptation did. Ahsoka is just... the characters are bland. The line delivery, the constant pausing between dialogue, and I'm definitely going to go over episode 4 tonight on my live stream. Hey, you want to come tune in? 8 p.m. Central, Wednesday nights? Come and join us, please. Yes, plug. But I can understand. I'm not asking for constant dialogue or just this info dump every time you turn around, but small little hints here and there to get the person, the viewer, the customer, the consumer, because that's the only time genuinely that word is appropriate, because you consume the piece of entertainment. You bring it in. You digest it. You think about it. And I don't think Ahsoka has done that job very well to get anyone interested in where these characters are coming from. So, as far as any sort of live-action adaptation, whether it is a shot-for-shot or a retelling of a cartoon, essentially an animation, or a continuation of said animation, you want new viewers, you want new customers to go and consume the previous product, whether it's the original product or whether it came before it. You need to get people interested in that. One Piece, I think they did a fantastic job. Now, maybe it's because Oda, the original creator of the manga and the anime, had a hand in it. He had creative control to get them to do the research, to do a better job. Cowboy Bebop, obviously, that did not happen. But with Ahsoka, Dave Filoni created, or Jon Favreau, whichever one it is, whichever one of those wet bag directors, writers, was in charge of Ahsoka, is still in charge of Ahsoka, whether it's Clone Wars, Rebels, or this live action. So you think he would have done a better job at piquing people's interest, but no. Anyway, have you watched One Piece yet? Are you watching Ahsoka? Are you keeping up with it? Let me know what you think in the comments. Leave a like, leave a dislike. Hit that little subscribe button if you don't mind. Share my nonsense with your friends and family, whether it's to interest them or to torture them. I don't mind either way. But I hope to see you on the next one. Have a good one.